Cool.
Alright. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cards of the Heart, and this is the Tetris Attack Very Hard Speedrun Tournament. We are down to the final 8 now, and a spot for the final 6 stream happening this coming Saturday will be fought over tonight with this matchup between the 10 seed Lightning55 with a best time of 10 minutes 18 seconds versus the number 12 seed Flagalstan with a best time of 10 minutes 1 seconds. It should be noted the seedings were determined by personal best before the tournament began, and both of these competitors have improved their times since. I think both of them have their current times achieved in tournament matches themselves, so they've been playing at a pretty high level, and I believe they are the only two in this tournament to achieve any upsets in this bracket. Most of these matches have been playing out about as they've expected to be, but Lightning and Flag here have been able to make some noise in this tournament. These players are very unpredictable, somewhat inconsistent, and I don't have a good way of calling this one. Any ideas there, Ace? Who's joining me this evening?
Hi everybody. I honestly have no clue. I mean, I haven't had a chance to fully see their full plays recently. There, just bits and pieces there. I honestly think it could go either way. We'll figure out a lot more after the first round, though.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get more insight into how they're currently playing out as we see them go along. But let's take a look at the bracket real quick, and you see that the winner of this match will get to face the number 2 seed Montucky on the final 6 stream on Saturday the 25th. That starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and that will be taking place over on the Speed Gaming channel. Not Forky's channel, not mine, because we're both competing in the final 6. We are getting the big boys out to restream the final matches of this tournament. So if you don't already follow Speed Gaming for SGL and for all the tournaments that they have been hosting in recent months and weeks, and you should definitely give them a follow to see the finals of this tournament. So with that said, it looks like both of these competitors are ready to go. So let's sick them on the game. Alright, and as we get these players started, let's talk a little bit about how you go fast in this game. This game is playing well in this game is composed of making combos and chains to send garbage to your opponent. This is essentially a garbage stacking game, and I have found that a balance of combos and chains is the most efficient way to keep these opponents' stacks filled up. Alright, let's sync the streams here. A few seconds delay on Lightning's end, and there we go. Let's see how these competitors take on this first stage. Looks like Lightning has something decent lined up, and Flag has also something good going. 7 chain from Flag to start here. Very solid attack, but he's going to have to wait for some stop time on Lakitu to run out before he can get the kill here. Stop time, for those of you just joining us, is the timer that you get from making combos in chains. It stops the stack from rising for a time. So making combos in chains serves both offensive and defensive purposes. And as we can see, these players are very close in skill level. They both got a 28 Lakitu in that first stage. So this will be expected to be very close throughout. There may be more than a few lead changes as we proceed through this game. And a nice 8 chain from Lightning to start Bumpty there. Though it looks like both competitors will have to wait on some stop time to run out. And Flag will get the early fortune there with a 26. Lightning falling not too far behind with a 31.
So yeah, for the newer people who are kind of joining in, you'll notice that both players like to actually raise their stack a lot, and that's how they're getting those such high chains. Like I'm just seeing right now, an 8 chain from Lightning's side there. So, and most players will be pretty scared to raise the stack at first, but at a high level, you kind of almost always want the most amount of pieces possible in order to create those big chains and combos to play it a lot faster. So.
Right. You really want to be able to maximize your opportunities whenever you can, because you just want to create the garbage. You just want to create as much garbage as you can within a reasonable amount of time, and having more options is definitely one of the better ways to do it. And we got a nice force kill from Flag there on Poochie, and Poochie was successfully blamed in 21 seconds. And Lightning struggling just a little bit there, but gets through with a 46. And I do find there is some small differences in their play styles. I have noticed earlier in the tournament where Flag will immediately try to raise a stack without a regard as to looking for certain combos to make. And Flag caught Wiggler getting a little greedy, looking for a combo to clear his garbage, and that 42 will let him move on. I think Lightning is a little more methodical with the raising of his stacks at the very beginning. I think he will wait to line up a match more frequently before raising the stack to get more options. But Flag just goes in there guns a-blazing and just tries to get whatever he can find.
Yeah, it's more of a, I'm going to raise it and then figure out what I'm doing after, while Lightning is more thinking, alright, what can we do here as he's raising it? So it's just two different train of thoughts for trying to match the pieces there.
Very good. And Flag caught a very, very lucky Froggy there with a really high stack, and that will give him a 13-second quick kill there. There is no shame in being lucky in this game. Most of your best stages, you will find, will be done primarily by accident. These opponents will ultimately have the final say in how fast these stages can go. And while Lightning continues to toil with Froggy, Flag is through the first half of the run with a 22 Blarg. Lightning finally getting through there with a 44, but Flag is actually pulling away a little bit here. He's really showing that he's been on top of his game for most of this tournament. And I got a 5 chain from Flag and a follow-up 3 chain from that, but not a lot of combos with that, so that's not going to fill Lunchfish's stack. Let's see what Lightning does with Blarg here with a really high stack. Oh, Flag's still not able to fill Lunchfish's stack effectively. And Blarg doing a lot of clearing on Lightning's side, so Lightning's going to really have to raise the stack a little bit more. And Flag caught Lunchfish trying to go for a match on the top of the screen. These opponents will scan from the top of the screen down looking for matches. So you want... There is a train of thought for sending a bunch of combos on top of your chains, so that way when the garbage gets cleared, those will all transform into regular panels. And if there's a match up there, these opponents will look for it, and most of the earlier game opponents are too slow to catch up to it. So that's a somewhat easy way to get kills. And Flag here with an 8 chain, a very safe and solid 8 chain on Raphael here, and that is enough to get the 25. Lightning just just having a hard time keeping these opponents topped off. And Raphael, in about 6 minutes, will be the first to enter the Cave of Wickedness, where these opponents will actually go out of their way to find chains for the first time. So these opponents should take a little bit longer than the rest.
And since he did just enter the cave, because the opponents are considered, I don't know, quote-unquote bosses for the game, at this point anything could happen because of how much harder. So it could be that Lightning will all of a sudden catch up. At this point, it's hard to say.
Now 23 Lungefish will do wonders for Lightning to help catch up, as Hookbill there found a way to clear some garbage while in stack lowering mode. So Flag is going to be sitting here quite a while waiting for Hookbill's stop time to run out, but there we go, 42 on Flag, and he will get one step closer to taking this first race. Meanwhile, Lightning, a very, very impressive 8 chain there on Raphael. It's safe. You don't want to make your chains that big under normal circumstances, because it does make the screen shake a lot, and your opponent's stop timer doesn't go down while the screen is shaking. So there's something to be said for trying to make your chains small enough that they don't make the opponent's screen shake that violently. Oh, Flag almost had Piranha Plant's stack topped off while he was in stack lowering mode. If he had sent like one more line, maybe 2 more lines, that would have been enough to kill him. And if you get behind just a little bit on each of these opponents, you can easily lose minutes to these foes. So you have to be careful.
And kind of double backing a little bit to what Cards was saying earlier too. When speedrunning this game, it's all really about the balancing act there, because these players, if they were to play in a marathon setting or anything like that, and they were just kind of chaining for fun, they could more than likely hit the mystery chains, which are the question marks. But when you're trying to race through this, that's actually not the best idea to do. So it's very much a balancing act on how much garbage you try to send over to the opponent.
Yeah, mixing up combos and chains is almost always going to be faster than making individual chains. Let's take a look at Flag again, see how he is going to do with Kamek here. He doesn't start with a combo, but he's got some combos lined up. There's a 6, looking for 7, an 8 chain, 9 with a bunch of combos behind it. So Flag will be in a very solid position. It gets a 20 from Kamek. Oh, Kamek there just riding with a really high stack, as these later opponents will tend to do, and he did not make any clears. And a 21 Piranha Plant from Lightning. So there's no quit in Lightning just yet, and Flag actually in position to PB here with a decent Bowser fight. Let's see how he does. Oh, got 2, 3, 4 chains set up. I don't know if he's got any more. No, he doesn't quite have it. But he does have a little bit of room to reload. But looks like Bowser's going to find a way to clear a little bit more.
Yep.
But now it looks like Bowser will be topped off, and Lightning, meanwhile, a 10-11 chain on Kamek, and that will do it. Flag will take this first race with a race bot time of 10 minutes 5 seconds. That might have been close to a PB for Flag, but certainly no slouch in what Lightning was able to do there. Flag just caught so much fire on that run. He put up a really, really respectable time there. And that will give Flag the first point in the match.
Yeah, Flag really just managed to snowball there, because like it started off, they were literally tied for the first match there in the game, and then it just started snowballing. The quick kills in this game are really important. If you lag behind on even one of your opponents in the run, you just get so far back.
just for perspective on how fast you really need to be at the most elite of elite levels, the world record in this category, held by yours truly, averages a little more than 18 seconds per stage, which is kind of a stupid pace. And Lightning here, he's got Bowser topped off, but oh, he was working on a chain and didn't notice. Well, hopefully Bowser's stop time will run out really soon as this drops, and there we go. Lightning clocking in the first race with a time of 11 minutes 37 seconds. So Flag on game point in this best of 3. One more race win will move him on to the next round against Montucky. That is losers round 5, not losers semis. It's more like losers quarters.
So yeah, just even watching that first match right there, at this level here, you can even see there's only about a minute and a half difference, and it just feels like so much when if you were to just casually play this, you wouldn't even get close to it. It's just showing how large of a gap just a few seconds can be per round there in the game.
Yeah, as the chat was pointing out, maybe Bowser's cursor did disappear sub 10 there. I could not keep a good eye on it, but we can certainly take a look after the match. I will be really curious if that was actually a PB, but the runners are now ready for this second race, and our esteemed tournament organizer BB Forky is shitting up the race channel chat like he frequently does. All right, RaceBot has sent them off, and now the streams have caught up. I am using the VLC plugin live streamer to restream each player's stream, and I'm able to record.
Can I make comments?
Yeah, by all means. So yeah, I'm essentially using live streaming here to open these streams and allow myself to use VLC's controls to sync these streams up effectively.
Yeah, sorry, that wasn't actually me asking for a comment. That was my brother trying to spoil Game of Thrones for me. I promptly kicked
Good work. Good work from him. All right, we had Flag start Laga 2 with a 20, and I believe Lightning started with a 34. And a 22 Bumpty from Flag, so he's getting off to a somewhat quick start, though just a little unfortunate from Lightning. He did not quite send enough at the very beginning, and now Bumpty is lugging into chains. Are you kidding me? That's going to lose Lightning a lot of time, and he'll only get through with a 30. Meanwhile, Flag here with a very, very stylish looking 7 chain to start, and getting Poochie into a stack lowering mode merits the 19 for Flag. So Flag just looking so good in this tournament right now. I don't know how much Lightning will be able to do to keep up with this. Unfortunately there, Flag did start another chain immediately after finishing one, so his combo garbage, though it wasn't that... No, actually that was Lightning there. He started his second chain shortly after finishing his first, before his combo garbage could drop, and the combo garbage... The combo garbage was stuck in the queue while he was making his second chain. That's one of the things I had to really get around as I was learning this game for the first time. But I believe that was a 27 Wiggler from Flag, and he's going to be onward to Froggy. The 5 chain and not much else to start. Hopefully this follow-up looks to be another 5, and at least one combo. That should be enough to fill Froggy's stack, and there's a 23. Again, most of these stages from Flag are anywhere from 20 to 25 seconds, which is definitely what you want to try to shoot for at this level of the game in a race setting. Lightning finally getting through Wiggler in 54 seconds.
Yeah, definitely in a race setting, a pace like that, 20-25 seconds, is definitely something what you're aiming for. Obviously, less would be way better, but that's pretty much the course for how these races go at this skill level.
Good. And looks like Flag's opening chain was not quite enough to fill Blarg's stack, but the follow-up 5 chain should prove more than enough, as Blarg goes second tier strats to troll Flag for a little bit longer, but Flag will get out of that stage with a 33. Lightning, on the other hand, does not appear to have Froggy's stack topped off, as Froggy lucks into a 4 chain. Oh, and Lightning's dead.
Ooh. Yeah, it looks like Lightning's just having some slight difficulties trying to get just enough garbage. I've been noticing he's just almost a little bit short from causing the stop timer to lock up for them, so...
That's gonna be a huge a huge setback for Lightning, and Flag finding a little bit of difficulty building chains on this lungefish, but looks like he's just gonna build up and reload and find a way to get this stack filled, though looks like Flag will need this follow-up chain that appears to be going for... Looked like it was going to be a 6, and he might have... I don't know if that was accidental or he cut it off early, but turned out to be a good decision, as his lungefish does run out of stop time for the 45.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of meaning earlier. You gotta have that balance. If he kept that chain going, there was a very good possibility that the opponent would have been able to clear out the stack of garbage by that point, and it would have been pointless to continue chaining there. So that's what I was kind of meaning earlier by you gotta strike that balance with sending over your garbage.
Fair. And whoa! Oh,
yeah,
Raphael caught with a very high stack. And there is the 10-second from Flag. Wow, he's actually on a faster pace this time than he was on his last run, which might have been a personal best for him. Meanwhile, Lightning just going ham on the chains on Blarg with an 8 chain there. That should keep Blarg busy for a while. Meanwhile, Flag aiming for a 7 chain there. Kind of missed a switch or two there, and Flag will have to rely on a follow-up chain to keep Hookbill's stack filled. Working on 7, and he's gonna cut it off there. Drop a 5 combo on top of that to really make things safe, but the opponents in this cave are just a little unfair at times. They play considerably differently from their early game opponents, in that they actually look for chains. They go out of their way to finding chains, as opposed to the early game opponents who just luck into all the chains that they've been getting so far. So these opponents on average are expected to take quite a bit longer, so keeping any of these stages under 30 seconds is a little hard to reasonably expect. But Flag here, he's got more chains coming. That's at least a 9. He's going for 10. Jeez, Flag. There is certainly no let up in what Flag wants. He just wants the biggest chains he can get, and it's doing something for him in this early going of the cave. And there's the 33 from from a Piranha Plant, and Lightning now a minute plus on Lungefish, woefully behind at this point. It would take miracles upon miracles for Lightning to come back in this matchup, I am afraid. Let's see how Flag handles this Kamek. He's got another 5 chain, 6, 7. He's working on 8, 9. Oh, he's cutting it off at 9. Specifically cutting it off at 9 because Kamek's stack was so high up there. But now Kamek's just going to be looking for a bunch of chains. He's got a 4 chain though. He's going to be in stack lowering mode for quite a while. Flag just has to make sure that his high stack doesn't trigger the end of his own stop time. Oh.
For a second, I thought Kamek was gone, but nope, he managed to live. Oh, actually,
looks like he'll be down soon.
Yeah.
I doubt Kamek will have enough time to navigate all that. He's looking up top. Oh, his cursor's up the top of the screen. Flag, meanwhile, just continuing to build chains upon chains, and Lightning trying to make a comeback here with a 14 hook bill. This kind of thing may be exactly what Lightning needs to get back in this match.
Yeah.
Flag is on game point, as you know, so Lightning will need to win this race to stay in the running in this tournament, but Flag finally getting through Kamek in a minute 26. That's just the way these opponents roll sometimes. It's so hard to avoid. Lightning, on the other hand, working on a relatively impressive 7 chain to keep Piranha Plant stack filled. But Flag is on Bowser. Let's see what he's able to do here. He's got... Oh, he thought he had a 6 chain with the purples, but he had a few too many. Now Flag almost had a 5 there, but it looks like Bowser should be sufficiently topped off. But Lightning not quitting yet. He's got a 40-second Piranha Plant. And Bowser going to make chains while in the stack lowering mode. That's a little unfortunate for him.
Yeah, if Lightning gets a really quick Kamek and then gets onto Bowser, there's a good chance for a comeback here, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh, jeez. Jeez, this is certainly the type of troll that Lightning needs to see out of Flag's Bowser. Flag just continuing to make as big a chains as he can find. Oh, he's looking...
Ooh.
Oh, second tier for Bowser! Oh, no. Oh, boy, that's just...
Bowser's really making this one interesting.
Flag needs to worry about his stack at the top of the screen also. He can run out of stop time rather easily if he's not careful, and he's had that happen a few times in this tournament, so he needs to be careful of that. Meanwhile, Lightning still can't get Bowser. Still can't get Kamek topped off, although Bowser looks like he's going to be low on stop time, and there it is.
Yep.
There it is. Flag will clock in a race bot time of 11 minutes, 32 seconds, and he will take this match to love as he will move on to the final 6 stream on Saturday to face the 2 seed Montucky. Great races from Flag there, and Lightning certainly no slouch in his own right, but he just ran into a bit of a buzzsaw. His Flagalstan was just making a bunch of the chains. He was just finding a bunch of the chains is working so well for him, and that there was not a lot Lightning was gonna be able to do in this matchup.
Yeah, it's just some unfortunate circumstances, and like I was mentioning earlier, at this skill level, you can see there's not that big of a difference in their final times, but it's just so large at this skill level, so
was really amazing because for the longest time, Lightning did have a faster personal best, but Flag was saying before the tournament he was getting best times off screen, offline. So there was some hint that this kind of thing might have been able to occur, as I think we're thinking he might have actually gotten a sub 10-minute run in that first race. So GG's to both Flagalstan and Lightning55 for admirable showings in this tournament, and Flag will continue to carry the upset train over to the next round with Montucky, who has a personal best of just over 8 minutes. So this will unquestionably be Flag's biggest challenge coming up, and Lightning will finally finish, clocking in at a time of 13 minutes 37 seconds. Kind of missed the end of that there. Apologies for that. But joining us right now, Lightning, you ran into quite the formidable foe there in Flag. How are you feeling right now?
Okay. I'm actually pretty okay with my times, both of my times actually. I didn't expect Flag. I mean, I kind of expected Flag to improve again. I mean, he's been steadily PBing every single match, so.
Can someone re-record or retime the first match for me? I'm really lazy.
Yeah, sure will, Flag. A bunch of people were looking at it. I think the consensus may be that might have been your entry into the sub 10 club. So
I can stop playing this game.
We'll see. But
I had 2 goals. I don't want to ever grind this game because it'll be boring and not fun. And 2, I want a sub 10 at some point.
Yeah, I guess my comments on the tournament in general is like, I'm glad I got a PB. I improved my PB by basically a minute.
Right.
You know, and then it's whatever. Grats to Flag and all his ridiculous number of PBs. And I'll say honestly, I'm not really that big of a fan of this game.
Right.
The lag is worse than Pokemon Puzzle League, and
For sure.
it bothers me a lot.
I feel like I've gotten past like the lag, and I've figured out how to consistently get drop chains. I used to think they were just like just dropping a block in. I used to think that was like way too inconsistent, but I think I finally figured it out.
Yeah, I know. We are watching you, Flag, drop putting together multiple 6, 7, 8, 9 chains in various stages. You were really on your game tonight.
I had to hold myself back from overchaining for once.
Yes, I explicitly saw a 1-9 chain. That might have been a camming stage where you explicitly switched out a potential 10 chain to avoid the overchaining there.
I should have just gone for it for how long that match went on.
Understand that. Hashtag Forky Strats.
Yeah, I guess shoutouts to Alta Biscuit. We both accomplished what we both wanted, was at least 1 win. I got 2. I got sent to losers bracket early, so I guess the 2 makes up for 1 win in losers that Alta Biscuit got. Yep. Thanks for having the tournament. I'll probably be around to watch the finals. With how fast Flag is improving, Montucky will probably need to be on the lookout.
For sure.
But Montucky is posting some of the most consistent times out there. Top 6, shoutouts to all of them. Like, this is where the competition is. Everyone who's made it this far has ridiculous consistency on top of having fast times.
Right.
I came in with possibly one of the slower PBs and making top 8. Can't complain about it.
Right. Congratulations to you both for showing somewhat steady progress as this tournament has progressed. Flag, any final thoughts on how you've been doing so far, and how you think your match with Montucky will play out?
I think I'm gonna lose against Montucky, honestly. I feel like I kind of had the skill from Puzzle League for this game. It's just, like I said, I never really stream attempts or anything. So like everyone's just seeing me improve through my PB, and I just feel like it's more of I had some skill at the game, and I've just adjusted it to it finally now.
Yeah, I have one more comment. Some of you will get it, some of you don't. But I made it farther than Nicole in the tournament.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure she's that enthused at the thought of that, but.
She'll maybe watch the VOD and it'll be like, "Yep, it's there." So, thanks for commentary, cards, Dark Aries. Thanks for the race flag.
Problem. Thanks for the race.
That first one, I don't think I could have won. It beat my PB, so I would have had been really on top of it. But that second race, I felt like I had a chance, and I blew it. So holding R, or not even holding R, pressing R too much, and then not knowing what I was going to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely one of the worst positions you could be in. So yes, congratulations to the both of you for a great match, and that will wrap up our coverage of the very first V-Hard Speedrun tournament presented to you by Puzzle General. There is one more match that will need to be completed before the Saturday stream goes up. That is the 6th seed Darkwing Duck and the 7th seed Demolition Derby. The winner of that match will take on the 4th seed BB Forky in the final 6, and we will let you know probably through social media when that match will be scheduled. So for Dark Aries, for Flagalstan, for Lightning55, and everyone else at Puzzle General, until next time, everyone, thanks for watching.
See ya.